This actually helped me to understand the difficulty level, what can I expect in the online coding test. Nowadays, they are not only asking you to write the code for the algorithm, but also are expecting to run it. So this was the strategy that I actually put for my online coding test. This actually helped me to gather some knowledge that I can actually use in the interview process. I actually went through the whole mock interview and tried to understand exactly how people are actually answering the corresponding question. Hello everyone. I am Sanket Singh and welcome back to my channel. So guys, in this video, we are going to talk about that how exactly I prepared for my Microsoft interview process. In the last quarter, if you remember, I already posted a video about all of the process that I recently shifted to Microsoft. In the last quarter, I gave a bunch of interviews to different companies like Flipkart, Microsoft, Walmart, Atlassian, Coinbase, and many more, right? So this video is going to talk about that how exactly specifically when my Microsoft interviews were scheduled, how exactly I prepared for that. I truly believe one simple thing, that whenever you are going to appear for interviews of a specific company, then you might need to change a few things in your strategy because different companies can have different interview process with varying difficulty in the interview questions as well. So in this video, we're going to take a deep dive into how exactly I prepared for all of the corresponding rounds. If you have not yet watched the video where I posted about what were the rounds that were actually there in my SDE2 role interview process for Microsoft, do check out the video. I'll put the link of the video in the description section. Right. And without any further delay, let's just start and let's start talking about how exactly I prepared for my Microsoft interview process. Now, the moment I got a call after the application process from the recruiter that there is going to be an online test followed by 2 data structures and algorithmic rounds and a system design round followed by a hiring manager round, I was definitely sure about the fact that the online coding test is the main eliminatory round that I have to clear, right? Rest of the rounds, I have multiple chances. For example, there are 4 rounds. In case in any one of the rounds I perform slightly lower, slightly higher, it is going to balance out altogether. But the online coding test is the elimination criteria. So what I did is I prepared the similar, I would say, common question that have been frequently asked in Microsoft. I checked actually the lead code discuss section and a few recent interview experience of a bunch of folks who actually interviewed for Microsoft. This actually helped me to understand the difficulty level, what can I expect in the online coding test, and correspondingly I actually practiced all the relevant previously asked Microsoft questions from lead code, because in this way you are able to understand what are the very frequently asked topics in a specific company, right? You can go to lead code, put a filter of Microsoft, put a filter of the varying difficulty, and then try to solve question. I was already aware about the fact that in Microsoft lead code medium is something that is more than enough. So I tried to make sure that I'm practicing more lead code medium rather than too many lead code hards, right? I practiced a few lead code hard as well, but my main focus was around the previously asked medium lead code questions for Microsoft, right? So there is a dedicated explore section on lead code where you can get a list of all the relevant questions around in Microsoft. So I practiced that and I made sure that during the online coding test, I maintain my temperament and I make sure that within, I would say 90 minutes, whatever is the time period for the 2 questions, I try to make sure that I solve the problems as soon as possible. So this was the strategy that I actually put for my online coding test. Now, specifically for DSA round, I actually start looking at what were the recent interview experiences from a bunch of folks. And I realized one thing, that in Microsoft, there is a very interesting thing that nowadays they are not only asking you to write the code for the algorithm, but also are expecting to run it. For example, if you interview for Google, in Google, you have to write the code on Google Docs. That means you don't have to run the code, right? But here you have to actually run the code. And while running the code, you have to figure out the corner test cases as well, because I actually read the fact that interviewers are asking for some corner cases that we can think about. Now, interestingly, what I did was I tried to make sure that whatever questions I'm practicing, I'm myself able to think about corner cases that whether my code is handling or not, because in lead code, before submitting the question, you can actually try to test your code on different test cases, right? So this actually prepared a bunch of temperament in my head that in case I have written the code properly, I'm able to think about the corner test cases as well. And I also made sure that I'm writing slightly cleaner code wherever possible, because this was an SD2 interview process. So writing clean code was also definitely an expectation that I had to give. Apart from that, I made sure that I try to engage with my friends with a bunch of mock interviews, right? So me and my friend, we had 2 mock interview rounds, so to make sure that not only just for Microsoft, but the remaining process that I also have with other companies. I'm well prepared around the DSA part for that. So that also actually helped, and I believe you guys should also try to do that. Like, you guys must be having good peers. Try to make sure that you set up a simple mock interview process to understand like how much confident your friend is, or let's say how much confident you are you able to answer the counter questions or not. And this is going to definitely help you as well in your I would say F2F, or I would say face-to-face DSA rounds. This is definitely a helpful thing to do. Now, system design was the main thing that I had to prepare for, because for an SD2 interview process, generally it is expected that you will be having some hard system design questions. So what I did was I actually went to YouTube and I actually looked out for a lot of mock interviews on different YouTube channels for system design. For example, Gaurav Sen is a good friend, and on his channel there are a good set of mock interviews that he either gave to somebody or he was taking for somebody. And I actually went through the whole mock interview and tried to understand exactly how people are actually answering the corresponding question. I came to know about a bunch of new topics, new kind of gigs that are actually available for a different kind of applications. Apart from that, I also refer to a lot of articles from Byte.Go. I have a subscription of Byte.Go, and I definitely try to go through all the articles of Byte.Go before any interview process. It is definitely a very good hand guide to actually understand a bunch of things, and the YouTube channel is also pretty good. And I myself also am engaged in a bunch of courses. I definitely try to teach a bunch of people, so I was already in touch with a bunch of concepts around DSA and system design. So this thing also helped me in the overall interview process. Apart from that, I also try to engage with ChatGPT, because AI is the new thing, and I made sure that for different design questions, I'm able to put some input on ChatGPT and try to get some output from its end, that okay, what are some alternate options, what cases I'm not looking for in the overall scaling process, and so on. This actually helped me to gather some knowledge that I can actually use in the interview process, and actually get an idea that how to actually perform for that like 1 hour, like how exactly you have to answer the question, what are the counter questions you should ask for getting the clarity around the requirements, so on and so forth. So this was something that I did for the system design round. So that was all of the things that I actually tried to make sure that I do before by Microsoft interview rounds. I believe different companies have different procedures. Some core part, the topics remain same, but you should definitely try to make sure that you understand what is the difficulty level of the interview process for a particular company. What are the specific things that few companies actually look for? What is something that you have to always make sure that you know before an interview round? These things actually help you to prepare specifically for a company. And I would also recommend you to one fact, that if in case you are applying for a company, try to also tailor your resume according to that company needs or according to that job profile, because later in the interview rounds also things around your resume can be asked. For example, in my system design round, they initially asked me one more thing, that what all systems I have actually worked with, and if I can give a brief idea. Similar question was asked to me in the hiring manager round as well. And for hiring manager round, like the a few part of non-technical rounds, you can actually prepare again from past interview experience for other people. So this is something that you guys can also do. And if you guys enjoyed this particular video, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you have any questions regarding my interview process, feel free to ask. There was a few people who were asking me to put the question around the system design question that was asked to me in Microsoft. I'll try to put a video around that. And that's it for this video, guys. We are going to meet soon in the next set of videos, where we will talk about more fun stuff around tech and career. Till then, take care, guys. Bye bye. I'm Sanket Singh, signing off.